on my comments asking me what happened. If we read those first 3 paragraphs, 1, I am not the perpetrator. 2, I am telling you that I'm not going to say it. So why are you on my comments? Why don't you ask him? Why ask him? What did you do? Why are you asking me? But most importantly, why wouldn't tell? I think I'm establishing a boundary even for you to say I'm not going to comment on this. So who are you that I need to account to you?
I've never been divorced before, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know how this whole thing is going to go. But it's true when they say that the person you marry is definitely not the person you divorce, because, wow.
Yes, I had to be divorced. Yes, I had to go through the public thing that my own husband has done on the very same platform I've put him out there. I had to do this. And in my silence, like you say that there is a growing season.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Come closer, class is in session. Now, today I'll be talking about Christian marriages that are coming to an end, as well as all our influencers' marriages that are ending as well, right? Now, one thing I've come to notice and realize is that divorce needs an audience. I won't lie to you. I mean, Something Small announced that she's getting a divorce. She made a video. Tato made a video announcing her divorce. Couldn't really understand what she was saying in the video, but anyway, we digress. And then Brini Lee called off her engagement. Also, she made a video announcing this, as well as Promise, who had the full package. She had the book tour, the podcast, the interviews, and the online crash outs with regards to her divorce. So clearly a divorce needs an audience. And my question today is divorce becoming a trend? Is this allowed, right? Whereby you can get divorced and create content out of it, whereby you are announcing your divorce, you are creating content, you are writing books, you are having podcasts, you are going on interviews, and all the works. Is this now becoming the new standard, right? Where people are telling us about their divorces online? That's the question I'm asking. But I also just want to start off by saying that marriage is not easy. And a lot of people just go into marriage thinking it's all about love. It goes beyond that, right? So I do understand that life happens. No one is perfect. So I'm not speaking from privilege or anything. I'm not married. I'm single. I'm still young, you know? So please, whatever I'm saying, do take it with a pinch of salt. Just a little bit. I might just be running my mouth, you know? I'm still yet to learn and grow. And do feel free to come in the comment section to correct me and say, Mpo, wait a minute, you don't understand this. This is how it goes, right? Now let's get into the video. I think a lot of people, particularly Christians, right, tend to think just because you're marrying a godly man or godly woman, you're going to have a successful marriage or you're going to have a happy marriage. And that's not always the case. I want Christians to start understanding this, right? And with that said also, I want Christians to also understand one thing. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. I mean, you'd find a godly woman saying that I want a godly man, a God-fearing man. Then God blesses you with this man, right? He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't go out. He's not really romantic like that. He's always at home. Now you are frustrated and angry because he's not spoiling you like your colleagues and friends, not buying you gifts and taking you out, forgetting that you asked for this man, right? Same applies to men. You asked for a godly woman, a submissive woman, a Proverbs 31's type of woman, you know? She dressed modest, she's calm, she listens. Now in the bedroom, she's not a Cardi B. She can't flip the coin and do her thing. Now you're frustrated and angry and you're shaming her and you're calling out of her name, but forgetting that it's not in her character to behave like that. So Christian couples need to understand that you need to be careful of what you ask for, because you just might get it, right? In the same breath, the church teaches a lot of young people and single people to kill the flesh. You know, you're restricted. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't party, you don't do this, right? Forgetting that when you walk into marriage, the flesh needs to be awake. Now, how do you wake the flesh up when you were never taught how to wake it up? So you have a man and a woman who don't know what to do with each other, right? Their sex life is boring. They don't know how to spice it up because they haven't been exposed to such things. It's always been said that it's sin. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I want to talk under 4 points, right? Because I feel I'll just be all over the place. Now, the first point is marriages, Christian marriages are under attack. The second point is divorce becoming a trend. The third point, are people getting married for content? And the last point, marriage has seasons. Now, number one, are Christian marriages under attack? Are Christian marriages falling apart? Are kingdom marriages coming to an end? Now, I want us to leave the devil out for this one. It's the people who are cheating. It's the people who are choosing not to spice up their sex life. It's the people who are choosing not to communicate finances. And it's the people who are choosing not to respect their marriages in society and online. So I do feel that we need to make sure that people take accountability and responsibility for their own actions and for themselves, right? Couples do understand that they are married, right? You need to respect yourself. Wherever you go, you are representing your wife. Wherever you go, you are representing your wife. Whether it's online or offline, you need to understand that. And we can't always blame the devil for everything, right? People need to take accountability. I mean, the same people that decided to get married are the same people who are deciding to cheat, which lead to these divorces. And also, I just want to say that a lot of people in society and within the church do idolize, I hope I said the word right, marriage. And it's understandable, rightfully so, right, to want to get married. But also, I do feel that the church is putting a lot of pressure on Christians to get married. And so they put pressure on Christians to get married without understanding a lot of things, right? These couples or these individuals go into marriage not fully aware of all the red flags, not fully aware of themselves and what they really want. You really need to be specific when you go into marriage. If you want a girl for the streets, say that. It's okay. If you want a reserved girl, say that. If you want a man with money, say that. If you want a man who's God-fearing, say that. Don't put up fake appearances and trying to please family members and the church. No, be honest and say, no, I will deal with the street girl. I'm okay. I'm Christian, but I'll deal with the street girl. Or I'm Christian, I will deal with a street guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now they're living under this false pretense just because they're Christians and they have to get married to Christians. And I just feel it's creating a lot of conflict. Hence all of these divorces, right? Number two, is divorce becoming a trend? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of celebrities, influencers, are coming forward announcing their divorces and creating content out of this, which I find a bit off, I won't lie. But I do understand the fact that they showed us their weddings and they've been posting as couples. I do feel that it's responsible for them to come forward and announce the divorces, right? But glamorizing divorce, I don't think is okay. And I think that's where society is going, whereby they're now starting to glamorize divorce, which I don't think is right. I don't think does the Bible allow this? I'm sorry, I'm asking. Does the Bible allow for people to divorce? Is it okay to like get married now and divorce tomorrow and then come and create content? The glamorization of everything. Once they start to glamorize something, you must know it's going to become problematic in society, because the term influencer or influential simply means that people start following that person. Whatever that person does, they're going to do. So hence, I'm saying that it's going to slowly become problematic. Whatever society glamorizes or whatever influences glamorize, it slowly is going to go off. You know what I'm saying? And then the third point, are people getting married for content? Now, marriage is not the cake, it's not the dresses, it's not the decor, it's not the rings, it's not the getaway, it's not the presents, it's not all this content you see online with regards to wedding and lobola negotiations and all the vibes. It's not that. That's not a wedding, right? Marriage is bigger than that, right? That's just the fun part. But behind closed doors, marriage takes work, right? Will you be able to withstand the difficult seasons and times that marriage comes? That comes with marriage. Are you willing to sacrifice yourself for your husband or your wife and your children? So marriage comes with a lot. I mean, even online, I've noticed that men, particularly married men, will act weird, you know? There's even a term that says a married man is the most single man. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's the honest truth, because the things that they do online is weird. Like you'll see girls dancing on TikTok, right? And then when you go into the comment section, married men are saying things like, Kanam, my type, or fresh, how much? Can I visit you? I'm repeating the song. My wife is wondering why I'm repeating the song and I'm just looking at you. And I'm like, but you're a married man. Why do you feel so comfortable saying such things on a public platform? Right? And when you click on his profile, the first 3 pictures, 80% of the time, it's his wife, his children, and himself. And it's like, the least you could do is delete their pictures. So if you think marriage is some content, it's not. It's deeper than that. It's hard work, it's respect, it's consistency, and it's just a lot of work, right? And then the last point, marriage has seasons. Now I'm going to bring it back home and be a bit personal. Now, I come from a very traditional upbringing and setup. I was raised by my mother and father. They've been married for years, I won't lie. They separated when my father passed away during COVID. And I have a lot of sisters and a few brothers. So when I was raised, right, I come from this traditional setup, right? And we are Christian at home. And I do these videos not to bash Christians or marriage. I actually love it because I saw marriage at home and I saw Christian living at home. I really do, right? I'm just questioning these things. But anyway, here comes Mpho, gay. Now, my parents need to deal with me and the situation, and they don't know what to do, right? Because my father used to say, you're not like your brothers. You don't take out a dustbin, you don't play with me, you don't sit with me, you don't lock the gates. Like, what do? All you do is sit here next to me, because I used to like sitting down next to him and play with his feet. And then we'll watch Oprah, I'll watch cartoons and girly stuff. And be like, okay, let's watch what you watch because you don't want to watch soccer, you know? He quickly warmed up to me being gay, I'm not gonna lie. And he used to ask my sisters, what's wrong with him? They'd be like, no, he's like those guys on TV, Senzo and Somizi and Jason. It's like, oh, those guys. Like, oh, okay, it makes sense. My mother, it took time for her to warm up to me, but we're okay now. She's my chummy, that one. My girlfriend, you know? But what I'm saying is that I was raised in a traditional setting and a very Christian household, right? And I got to see my parents' marriage and relationship. There were different seasons and tough seasons, right? My mother told me that there were seasons whereby she had to deal with my stepbrothers and sisters. It was a difficult season and they didn't break up. She had to deal with my father being away from home because of work. You understand what I'm saying? He had to work a lot and she had to run the household and they didn't break up. They had to go through a season whereby they were sick. My father was sick, my mother was sick, and they still didn't break up. They had to deal with the season whereby family drama, issues and friends and fights, and they didn't break up. And the final season and stage is when my father was slowly losing his life and my mother had to deal with that with us. I remember when we all just came back home after hearing the news, we cried. We were all crying, all my mother's children. And she was there alone and she had to be strong and support us. So what I'm trying to say initially, marriage is not a game. It's not for content. You go into marriage understanding that you need to honor your husband, honor your wife, honor your children, and stick it through. I'm not here to judge anyone, right? But as married people and couples, I do feel it's a bit selfish to quickly resort to divorce, unless it's physical, right? And it's abuse. I agree, divorce. But if you can talk things through and work it out, please respect your children, honor your marriage, and stick it through, because it's difficult to see a generation of children growing up in single-headed households, homes where mommy and daddy is not there, you know, and it's trauma for the children. The fact that couples can come together unprovoked, get married and have children, and all of a sudden you expect these children to function properly in society, where you guys separate, that's a lot of pressure. That's unfair on the children, right? I come from a healthy home. I'm a healthy, functioning individual. I don't have trauma. I even had a conversation the last time with my mother to say that even if she can pass, I have accepted that they've loved me, they've taken care of me, and it would be so disrespectful and a disservice to go around crying and acting like something is wrong. My father played his role, my mother plays her role, and I respect that, I love that. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying in this video is that if you're married, if you're a woman and a man and have children, please always consider your children and always put them first. I understand life happens, it's difficult, it's not easy, but you chose to get married, you chose to have those children, so stick it through. With that said, tell me what you think about this topic. Are people getting divorced because it's becoming a trend? Are Christian marriages under attack? Are people getting marriage for content? What do you think? With that said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.